Okay, so here's the second part of this video. So we pulled this box off, and you can see I checked this. Usually there's burrs on the bottom of that. This time the collection box was actually good, but I should have taken a video, but when you have this off, there's a bunch of little tubes at the bottom that have little stainless steel vents to slow the air down when it's pulling on. Kind of like the same thing if you ever look at the top of a water heater. There's a vein that goes down it that kind of, sometimes it's swirly, sometimes it's just got legs or offsets to it. It just, slows the air coming out of there. It's the same thing. It's just that they're tinier and in those tubes. But anyway, so I've got this back on, and you got to use a special silicone. You can't just use any silicone. You got to get one that is acceptable for this acidic water and then you'll let it set. You try to let it sit as long as you can. Overnight would be best, but at least minimum 4 to 6 hours before you try to turn it back on, and then give it time to set up, and then that should take care of it. And then you just keep an eye to make sure this dries out and you have no more leaks. Since they put the flame sensor, that steel rod that goes out, that gets plugged up sometimes, when I have this all apart, I always pull this flame sensor out when it's nice and easy to get to and clean it off. I haven't done it yet. As you can tell, it's still dirty, but I'm going to pull this off next in a second, and then I'll put the draft inducer and that back in after I got this clean, when it's nice and easy to get to. So anyway, common issue with these, like I said, with the Goodman Amana. But it does happen with other equipment, just not as often. But that's the repair. It's pretty simple. Do it all the time. So